everyone, this is Cheryl coming to you from my home in Arizona, not my other home in Washington State. About a week ago, when my husband's office shut down, we decided that if he was going to have to work from home, we might as well work from home in the sunshine. So we hopped a plane and flew to our second home in Arizona, in Surprise, Arizona, and we were only planning to stay here a week, but it got delayed because of obvious reasons, which I don't need to explain. So office is still closed, and he's still working from home. So I did not come as prepared as I should have for a month-long visit. Usually when I come to my Arizona home, I bring a big duffel bag of my craft supplies with me so that I have something to do while he's working all day long. I've been slowly building up inventory that I leave here in my Arizona home, but this time I thought I was only going to be gone a week, so I was very selective with what I brought with me. So having said that, and also with the expectation that things are going to close here very soon in Arizona, I went out and against the social distancing rules, but I broke it today. I went out and kind of did a big purchase of some craft supplies that will hopefully get me through the next couple of weeks. And I wanted to share that with you just because I'm bored and I have nothing else to do. So lucky you. So I didn't have any of my camera equipment with me, and so I had to make a makeshift camera stand so that I could video this. And thanks to my friend Katie, I was able to use 2 different curtain rods and a couple of boxes stacked up that I can use to hold my phone. And I'm going to attempt to show you this setup because it's kind of funny. So I'm backing up. Here is my box that has the curtain rods on it and taped down to, I think it's a Belvita box. So that's on one side of my table. And then over here is the other side. And then the camera sits, try to do this, camera sits on top of those 2 rods and points down at my desk like that. So this is my, zoom back in here. This is my full setup. Can I get it all in? Almost, I'm stretching. There, you can see the top of my head. And then I have my computer in front of me, which screencasts what I'm videoing so that I can make sure that I'm in camera at all times. So that's my makeshift setup. I'm gonna try to put this back where it was. And there, here we are, we're back. And so now I'm just gonna show you the stuff that I bought the last couple days that I'm gonna hopefully play with very soon. So I went to Michael's first, and what I realized was I didn't have any inks with me. So I bought a mini set of the Tim Holtz inks to get me to leave here. I have all of these at my other home. So these are all gonna stay here. I bought the tin. I didn't buy 2 tins, I probably should have, but I don't expect to expand my palette further than this. I figured this has enough colors in it for me to really get the job done for whatever it is that I need to do. So here's my distress inks. And then I realized when I went to use them the other day, I didn't have a paintbrush with me. So today I had to go out and, let's see, where it is, put it away, and get this guy here. So at least now I have a watercolor brush that I can use and paint with. So there's that. Okay, the next thing that I realized I didn't have when I was doing some die cutting is I didn't have any masking tape. So I bought a roll of this. And for anybody that knows me, I'm a total Washi junkie now. I never used to be, but I had a coupon for 50% off one item, and this was a $20 set of washi tape that I got for 10, which I thought was pretty good. And I love decorating my envelopes with washi tape, so I thought I'd have some fun with this one. Bright and cheery. So that's that. I didn't have any colored pencils with me, so I bought a set. I have them in my cup holder already. I bought a set of colored pencils. These are cheap. I can tell they're cheap by the way they color. They did okay, but they're not like my Prisma that I have back in Washington. I just didn't want to spend so much money on a set that I was going to leave here, and I have colored with these already, and they seem to work just fine. They're they don't blend as well as the Prismas do, but anyway, it's Artist Loft brand from Michaels. So there's that. Oops. Put those all back. I did have to buy a couple of Jelly Roll pens because I use those a lot. Then I didn't have any of this with me, so I just bought a little bottle, and we'll keep this here. Hopefully it doesn't dry up. I worry about things drying up in the Arizona sun during the summertime when it gets so bloody hot here. I didn't have a blender. I brought some of my Copics with me, but I didn't have a blender brush, so I also bought this brand, Artist Loft, and I really like it. I wouldn't think twice about buying one. I bought this one because it was only $2.99 versus the Copic version, which is like $6.99 or something at Michael's. So this works just fine with the Copics. It's alcohol-based blender, and you know, it's less than half the price. So I got that. And then I didn't have an eraser, and I didn't have a pencil sharpener. So, whoops, here I am, back in camera. So I got both of these. This is supposed to be dust-free, and it kind of is dust-free, but it makes these stringy little things, which you can just wipe up. It's a little bit cleaner than a regular eraser. And I didn't bring with me my sand eraser, my Tumble Model sand eraser. And I was gonna buy one, but it was like $5.99, and I just thought that was kind of a lot for an eraser. So I'm gonna make do with this one. And then my just chintzy little pencil sharpener, which works fine. I think it was 99 cents or something. I had to get a couple of these. I have like, I don't know, 12 of them in my other house, but I didn't have any here, so I had to get a couple of these with the sponge pads. And let's see, these are also a Michael's purchase. We didn't have any stencils, and I didn't bring any background stuff with me, so I'll show you this one first. This is, oops, trying to find a white piece of paper to put down so that you can see it. This is just a stamp set that I didn't really buy it for the stamps. I bought it for the stencils, so that it came as one kit together, but I thought some of these would be cool to use in my bullet journal. There you go, no glare. So there's that. And then it came with these stencils, which I thought were fun. So here's big dots. Here's little dots. And then a zigzag. And the basic stripe, diagonal stripe, or you could turn it this way and do a square or do a horizontal stripe. So those stencils will go into my stash for leaving here now. And let's see, and then today I found a new store here, and I called to see if they were open, and they were, and it was this lovely little store. It had a ton of stamps in there, had all the name brands, Concord and Ninth, Penny Black, MFT. So they had a great selection, albeit a pretty small store. It was fun to find it. It was only a few minutes from my home. So I'm just gonna walk through some of the stamps that I bought that I thought would be fun to play with. So here's one. And some of these are Arizona themed because I'm here, but I thought this was a super cute one. And then it comes with the coordinating dies. So, especially right now, I plan to send a bunch of just general feel good, thinking of you kind of cards across the country so that my friends and family know that they're not alone and I'm thinking of them. This is another Arizona-based set that looks like it was produced. The name of the store I went to is called Scraps of Love, and it looks like they produced this. And you can buy from them online as well. If there's any other Arizonians out there that are not near me and want Arizona themed stamps, they have quite a few. But I liked this one and I loved this here. My heart is in Arizona most of the time. Okay, so there's that. I have Thinking of You at home, but not here. And as I said, I wanted to make a bunch of Thinking of You cards, just feel good cards to send out. So I got this. And it also made me feel good to support the local craft store. Not the Michaels or the Hobby Lobbies, but this was a small store and they're obviously struggling right now too. So these are, I did bring some rectangle dies with me, but these are designer dies by Penny Black, and I loved these patterns. And so it cuts out, because I put a square or a blank white card base inside each of my cards when they're done. And I like to do it with a finished edge. And so here's an example of what a couple of them look like. I just thought they were fun. And I will probably take these back home with me because I know I'll use them there. More cactus. But I really liked this thing right here, You've Got Mail. And I envisioned me using that on the outside of many of my envelopes. And then these cacti were, I thought, just really cute, and I thought they'd be fun to color. That. Okay, one more cactus set. This is MFT. I'm glad we're stuck together, and I thought that was really appropriate for the times right now, because I'm sure a lot of people are feeling that way, that they're all stuck together and maybe they need a little chuckle, and so I thought this would be a fun set to do too. There's that. And you know what, guys? That is it. That's my stash. So I don't plan on breaking any more social distancing rules for the immediate future. I got my shopping done and I've got my craft supplies that I need now. So I'm just going to be one happy crafter holed up in my sunshiny house. We did go out and buy a couple of bikes since we've been here. And so we've been able to get outside and do some exercise. Yesterday we did a 10-mile ride, and today we're gonna do another hopefully 10-mile ride in a little bit. So I hope everybody's hanging in there, sending warm hugs and thoughts your way, and hope you're doing well and crafting and getting through this awful time. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon.